So today I'm kind of just going to show my resin fails and try to give tips on how to avoid similar mistakes I made. Basically, I just wanted to show that everyone messes up and resin's hard and kind of a pain. So yeah, I hope this video is at least a little bit enjoyable and hopefully useful to someone, and I hope you enjoy. So my fail drawer is the second one down on this 3-drawer unit, and those are my Pikachu slippers. Well, this is actually my charm box, so that doesn't count. But essentially this is all like really bad stuff. And then this is a very majestic and beautiful box featuring a unicorn riding a wave with a orca whale and dolphin. And that is where I keep things that I really wish I had not messed up, because they would have been really cute otherwise. Okay, so first I have this Game Boy. Basically this came out uneven because I tried to cover it with something that was not even. It's even, but I didn't put it, basically I tried to put it back in the mold and then refill it, and I didn't put it back properly, and now it looks weird. So yeah, don't do that because it probably won't work. I showed my Evolutions in a video before, and these are the ones that I messed up the first time around. That one's watermarked, and it has a bubble. And this one's really, really watermarked. And basically, the way to avoid this is to not use Sculpey glaze, because Sculpey glaze is awful. It's super thick, and if you're using a really thick glaze, it will leave brush stroke marks, which will allow for the resin to seep through. Also, I don't recommend using a really liquidy glaze either, because that will smear your image, and also I find that certain glazes like Duraclear crack once you put them on. So yeah, don't do that. These have bubbles, and the thing is, when you paint on resin, for whatever reason, you're more likely to get bubbles. So if you paint on resin, you should have a lot of time to babysit it, because this will probably happen. This one obviously has bubbles, but I tried using Crafter's Lights methods, and of course she's a brilliant crafter, and her method probably works really well if you're better than I am at resin, but I tried it where you seal it on top of a certain kind of plastic. I don't like putting my images in tacky resin because I find I always get bubbles. And yeah, this one just, I mean, it's okay. And then it gets worse. I have this one. Tip for this one, always make sure that your image fits the mold that you're using, because I did the plastic method and then it bent the mold, so now there's this really weird bump. This one's a fail because it's really weird. Here's Ryan Gosling's face. I made this as a joke. Oh my god, look how weird that looks. Oh my god. God. Okay. Oh my god, that's so weird. I have this one, which had a bubble when I first made it, and then I tried to dome over it in order to get rid of the bubble, and I still missed the bubble, and I ruined the back. Would not recommend trying to dome things that are not flat surfaces. At least if you're gonna do it, don't dome this side first. But yeah, I don't know why what was I even doing? Yeah, this one isn't that bad. It's just that I don't like the glitter mix in the background. I used E6000, which is terrible. And I put in gems and they lost their facets, because I didn't realize that would happen, because this is pretty early in the game. I had this really cute cat, and then I popped it out too early, and its face cracked, as you can see. I actually stuck it back together, because the resin was still sticky for some reason, and, I mean, it looks okay, but it's kind of like the Phantom of the Opera cat. Like, you can totally tell it's cracked, so I'm just gonna probably keep this and try to fix it for myself. But yeah, don't pop your molds out of the mold too early, because you might crack. Also, super don't put your molds in the freezer unless you absolutely have to, because your resin got stuck in there, like, permanently, because you can also risk cracking your resin pieces that way. And also, you really mess up your molds by doing that. I have, like, 3 molds I completely destroyed because I put them in the freezer to pop out my resin pieces because I got too excited about them. This one has an absolutely gigantic air bubble on the flower. The way I found around this is that you put the flower in the resin, like you make a coat of it on the top of it where you're going to usually get your bubbles before you put it in there. Also, I usually don't use cabochons like this unless my mold is see-through, so I can catch the bubbles, because otherwise they're really hard to avoid. I also have this which has a lot of problems. First problem, I tried to glaze it because my mold was really scratched. Second problem, it was really scratched because I tried putting the mold in the freezer and that messed up my mold. And second of all, I used envirotex, which is terrible. And every time you put an eye screw in it, it cracks. I don't know if anyone else has this problem with envirotex, but every time I put an eye screw in it, it cracked. And I hate it. And also it has extreme like bubble issues that are impossible to get out. Yeah, I was really happy with this one up until I realized all of its problems. Okay, this one I cried over for like an hour because it was going to be really gorgeous, but I used, yeah, Sculpey again, and there was a huge air bubble in the back, and it just got completely ruined, and it's so sad because the cameo was gorgeous. For the love of God, do not use nail polish to try and seal your stickers, because it will do this. It will turn your piece absolutely yellow. It wasn't yellow at first, like I poured it and I was like, oh, that looks great. I came back the next morning and it was yellow, and since then it's gotten even more yellow. So yeah, this is an even better example of how badly it'll yellow your resin if you use nail polish varnish. Because look how terrible that is. This would have been so cute, like, look at the pretty colors, and then it's just like, blah, gross. Okay, this is one of the only pieces I have left over from when like I had no idea how to properly mix resin, because it's super sticky still, and like there's a big line, like, let me try and show you how gross this is. Look at that. What was I even doing? Oh my god, it's so soft. Look at my nail marks. I hate Mosh Posh Dimensional Magic. Everyone's using it now. I don't understand how you make it not look gross, because as you can see, this is totally cloudy, and it's just like sticky and like rubbery still, and like it has this weird, like, I don't know, it's just, it's terrible. I'm never using it again. So yeah, I hope this video was maybe useful, at least entertaining. I hope that my tips maybe save someone from making the same mistakes I made. And I hope you don't think I like suck at resin now or something. Okay, bye. Why?